We're going to have the computer updated since the Microsoft active live virus is initiated into the Benton County Justice Department and also Andy Miller's office with a laptop inside the upstairs, which is Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. We're going to have Mr. Andy Miller have everything subsequently downloaded, updraft, downloaded, system upgraded. Since the irrigation lines from Kennewick, Bristol, and Pasco are activated, irrigation lines, and also here in Othello, Washington. City Hall, which is Sean Logan, Mayor of Othello, which is 10005 East Hamlet. This is the heading addressed to Andy Miller Prosecutor's Office, which is agent to agent with signature, first name, last name, and also the $1,000 from J. Muller's funeral home. Muller's funeral home, that's the United States Air Force. He's in the United States Air Force. He's in Vietnam. He's of course, active service in the Air Force. And active service duty services the aviation equipment, also the jet engines and the cremator, which is aviation fuel. A case, a backhoe, urns, caskets on Court Street, Greenlee Memorial, Muller's Greenlee Memorial, Court Street, Pasco, Washington. And also the Lady of Lourdes Hospital, Cronlet, Richland Cadillac Hospital, which is the hospital, Lady Lourdes, Pasco, Washington, Lady Lourdes, and also the services they got updated. Carol J. Benzel, court judge, and also Mr. Dixon, Superior Court and Secretary, the Ritzville, 210 West Bobby, P.O. Box 187, which is Secretary Apartments, Apartment 205, where the body and dead body is put in the carcass into Muller's funeral home, hearse, all are transported to Kennewick, which is J. Muller, Frank Musco, and Rhonda Kaiser Funeral Home and Pioneer Way, and Moses Lake, Washington, which is McKinnon Law Firm, James McGee, Brandon West, and their services are communications. Brandon West made thousands upon thousands of phone calls, and Mr. McKinnon Law Firm and James McGee, and also the secretary and staff, Bonnie and Yvonne Hernandez from City Hall, and Mr. Carol J. Benzel's addressed letter to Carol J. Benzel, the district court judge, for increments of having services updated and served. We're going to have this addressed letter submitted. This is April 1st, 2020, which is a Wednesday. 31st was yesterday, Tuesday. This is a Wednesday. The 1st, Tuesday is 31st. 30th is Monday. And this is going to be addressed and put and admitted and served submitted to Carol J. Benzel and also Mr. Brandon West, Public Counsel, Washington Bar Association. Andy Miller is Andy Bar Association, and Kennewick, Richland, Pasco. Also, the services transport from 210 West Broadway, Apartment 208, Secretary Apartment, Lady Lords, and also the services on 14th Avenue, which is Othello Hospital. And the chief accountant, services balance 0. Secretary Kim Wayman, her Capitol from South Capitol and DHCPS office. We're going to have to submit this information, have it downloaded. Since Andy Miller has major increments, measurements, and of the exact service. You can see the service as they have. This Mr. John L. Cooney, that's John Cooney, the law firm, and a law firm that submitted to Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, which is Mr. John Cooney. His email address, Mr. John Cooney, that's 326-2613, and that's Eric Puccio and also John Cooney. John Cooney's email, we have that submitted through Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. Washington Bar Association, which is, we're going to have Mr. L.D. Cooney at jcooney.com. It's L.D. Cooney / at jcooney.com. L.D. Cooney / a jcooney.com. That's Dallas Cooney, that's Dallas Cooney, and Dallas Cooney at 509-326-23613. That's a law firm administration office. Eric Puccio and Mr. John Cooney, and also Pam is the secretary of staff for the John Cooney Law Firm in Spokane, Washington. Mr. Brandon West is a public counsel for the Washington Bar Association, Public Counsel Services. I was crossing the street minding my own business, and on the sidewalk minding my own business, and escalated to damages and services. A broken laptop, a broken phone, $7,000 in possession credit cards, driver's license, my CDL A and B, and my doctor's services for the damages, which is here in Othello, Washington, Othello 14th Avenue, Othello, and also the chief accountant that's involved in the services because of the damages that done to my wrist, and the handcuffs that are put onto around the wrist and that were stuck onto my flesh, and the handcuffs were engaged in a way as a weapon, have no warrants or outstanding warrants for my arrest. So this would be called simply dropping charges on the individual that did the same incident on December 3rd and also September 27th of 2019, December 19th. Same individual, same person with the taser, misusing his authority and making up fabrication lies, having no warrants, outstanding warrants for my arrest, or out-of-state warrants for my arrest. I'm in the DHCPS office. Mr. John Cooney got records and also state patrol units, and also for the body cams that are on the officers, and all here in Warden, here in Moses Lake, here in Othello, Washington. Now, Andy Miller, prosecutor of Washington State, 509-735-3591. Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington. Fax number is 509-736-3066. The website for the LD Cooney at jcooney.firm has Mr. Jim Cooney, phone records and recollection reports, and Dallas Cooney having conversations and services for the incident. And they're having talk with Mr. Scudder and also Brandon West, Mr. James McGee, and also Mr. Cooney Administration Office, known to have a conversation and letter written out to Carol J. Benzel. And the confirmations and reports of the body cams and also the blood reports results from Othello Hospital here at 14th Avenue, 315 14th Avenue, and also of course, the administration carpet carousel and their services for the flooring material and services that they were done and installed, and Mr. and Mrs. Jim Cooney and John Cooney Administration Office mailbox services at the Cimaron 5 INC, which is the UBI number, effective annual reports, identities, and also seals administrations for business UBI numbers are effectively online. SOS.WA.GOV. So that's SOS.WA.GOV Corps. Kim Williams, Secretary of State for the President's election. This is 1005 East Hamlet, Jim Logan, Sean Logan, and on Jim Logan, also Safeco Insurance Company, which is now called Basin Insurance Company Pacific at 1344. So they effectively services that the everything is incorrect. The identity and services, and also the forms are filled out correctly. And I submitted it and gave it to Andy Miller, and I have it on record. The stories and compilations, and also the guy that had a bat in his hand. I'm crossing the street, cashing my check. I over have $7,000, $3,000 cash on me, and $3,000 in credit services, credit card assessments, and my driver's license. Had to go get a new driver's license because they stole the driver's license, the credit cards, the checkbooks, and also my property, laptop, and the Samsung. And the distance from the Samsung was they're taking their property and put it in a property, and picking up my property was still damaged. So I'm going to plug in and download all this information. Mr. John Cooney, 509-326, Mrs. McKinnon Law Firm, Miss Kennon Law Firm, and on Olive, and Mr. Frank Kamuska, J. Mueller Administration, and the Mueller's Funeral Home. And the phone records recollection reports are accurate as possible. The Mr. Tabler Wallace, Mr. Schultz Tabler Wallace, PLC Attorney Law, 56 C Street Northwest, P.O. Box 876, Fredo, Washington. George Washington House, that's 56 right next. 42 is George Washington. 56 is Schultz Tabler Wallace, PLC Attorney's Law. As Stephen W. Reagan, 509-754-5264. Fax is 509-754-5835. Kenneth W. Chadwick, 56 C Street Northwest, P.O. Box 876, George Washington House, number 42. Mr. Phone number is 509-754-5264. Fax at 509-754-58. That's www.waclawfirm.com. That's Schultz Tabler Wallace, PLC. Natalie Hover Schultz Termley Wallace, 56 C Street Northwest, P.O. Box, Fredo, Washington 98823. Phone is 509-754-5264. Fax is 509-754-5835. That's www.waclawfirm.com. That's, of course, Natalie Hover, attorney at law. And also Kenneth W. Chadwick, 56 P Street. And that's number 56 C Street. 42 George Washington House. And across the street is Melissa McKnight and Larissa Perez, Human Resources. Melissa Knight, the audit assessor. And we're going to have Mr. John Cooney Law Firm, 326-2613. It was Eric Puccio and also Jim Cooney and Dallas Cooney. And Pam, which is the secretary and staff. Secretary of staff is Von Hernandez in City Hall here in Othello. The secretary of staff for Mrs. Carol J. Benzel, District Court Judge, discovered and noticed these services, and the same individual, same officer. So we got a body cam download this information. Since we're at coronavirus 19, the COVID-19 epidemic, it's going to be another 45 days, and we're at Sean Logan's house, and the service at 1005. So everything is pretty accurate. I test negative on drugs, test negative on any contraband service, which is called alcohol and drug substances, and also negative on my COVID-19, which is coronavirus, is test negative. And it's submitted to the President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, of Vak Mumu Ganja, 1098 form, Social Security Office, and that's coronavirus.gov/gov. And the Administration Office, Governor's Office, also has it online. The COVID-19 and also the virus.gov, coronavirus.gov, is online. And this could be another 45 days. And services are going to be updated. This is download services. And we're going to have this information downloaded and submitted.
Here. He chases outside of her on the cops. She called the cops on her for murder. got the lawyer. J. Felice, attorney at law, 190 East Main Street, Thelma, Washington. John Cooney Law Firm, Spokane, Washington. Tabler Shots, 56 C Street, and that's Tabra Wallace LLC. Attorney at law, 56 C Street, Alfredo, Washington, 98823. McKinnon Law Firm, Moses Lake, Washington. Dano Law Firm, Moses Lake, Washington.
Dano Law Firm, Mosley, Washington on Broadway. Washington State Prosecutor Andy Miller, Benton County Justice Department. Dallas Cooney Law Firm. John Cooney Law Firm, Spokane, Washington. Stephen Felice, attorney at law, Othello, Washington. Stephen Felice, attorney at law, Othello, Washington. John Cooney Law Firm, Spokane, Washington. '56 C Street, at Schultz, Tabler, Wallace, 56, Freda, Washington. Police Law Firm, Othello, Washington.
Police Stephen J., here you go.
He knows Felix. We bought him for.
John Cooney Law Firm, Spokane, Washington.
Here it is. Cooney Law Offices, P.S.
Schultz Tabler Wallace, 56 C Street, Ephrata, Washington. McKinnon Law Firm, Mosley, Washington. McKinnon Law Firm, Mosley, Washington.
McKinnon Law Firm around Moses Lake, sure.
McKinnon Law Firm, Mosley, Washington, on Olive.
Sackman Law Firm, Othello, Washington.
Here it is. Sackman Law Office.
Walk away from them.
The Benton County Prosecuting Attorney. Please try to answer your call.
Come here. Sorry. Come here. Hey, Brody.
You have reached the desk of Andy Miller. Please leave a message. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Anyway, I just submitted the information. It should be online. It's on both ends. There's the service, the active service, and also the other service. Those two just sent. So that recollection report and service, I'll do it again and make sure it's activated. I'll just keep on sending it. It's an active virus, active antivirus. It's a live virus, unlimited devices, unlimited services. Doesn't matter how many services or devices you got. So it's a virus. It's a live virus. So it's going into there and injecting all the anti and fire Microsoft domain firewall. It's Windows 10. So it's exceptional. So anything Microsoft 365 business service is activating everything. So I'll do it again. It's 7:54 p.m. It's April 1st, 2020. 7:55 p.m. April 1st, 2020.